glorious downfall of pride has arrived. And as a lesbian who has been warning these queer activists for 7 years or so, I'm not mad about it. Welcome to another Damage Control. Dykes for Palestine. Lily Tino going into the women's bathroom at Disney and raiding them while taking illegal photos of women inside and allegedly is being sued. We're gonna get back to that later on in the video. People identifying as animals and beings from another planet. If the US is indeed queerer than ever before, then why are pride events losing millions of dollars and being canceled? If you watch my channel, you can probably guess at least 2 out of 3 of these reasons that I've come up with. If you're not subscribed, do that now because the third one's gonna surprise you. Let's dive in. With so many people identifying as queer, why are prides not more popular than ever? Why are prides being canceled? I just can't imagine not wanting to be involved with, people like this. Boise Pride, which is a blue city, by the way, in Idaho, recently was canceled. Boise Pride season kickoff canceled due to low attendance. Liverpool Pride canceled as well, just across the pond. Part of it, in my opinion, is because normal gays like myself just no longer really feel the need to go to these events. We know that we have our rights. And even if we did still feel the need to go to these types of events, we know that the woke queer activists have taken over. And companies, not surprising, do not want to get behind this. And we see this happening in very real time. This is the first reason for the downfall of LGBT rights and pride. Pride has become about everything other than actually being homosexual, bisexual, or transsexual. Listen, I don't want to go to a pride parade and see Free Palestine, anti-ISIN, anti-Christianity protests, and pro-fat liberation shit. Honestly. And if you're not completely on board with literally every single thing, you are outcast. You're no longer welcome. This guy nails it.
You basically have to agree on every single one of these, otherwise they'll cast you out. First, we got the alphabet people. If you say one thing that is against their agenda, you're out. Then we got Black Lives Matter. If you didn't post that black square, you're cooked. You won't get invited to the barbecue. And then kind of grouped in there is that you got to be anti-white. Even the white liberals have to basically say how much they hate themselves. Number 3, you have to be anti-family. If you're not gay, trans, then you got to have an abortion. Number 4, you got to be anti-American. Free Palestine flag, the Ukraine flag.
There's no longer any room for nuance. And guess what? The majority of Americans and the West at large are libertarians for the most part. Leave me alone, let me live my life, and you can live your life, but you have to let me live my life as well. It very quickly went from let us get gay married to if you don't bring your kids to drag shows and let them cut off healthy body parts and put them on puberty blockers at 12 years old, you're a bigot. Wasn't Pride supposed to be about diversity? All the colors of the rainbow? It has become so black and white, thinking that brands aren't showing up as they did before. I mean, at these events, not necessarily on my channel, because the brands keep rolling in, because we stand for actual diversity here. Quick shout out to the Pawns app for sponsoring this video. They are a global rewards platform that allows you to earn passive income by renting out your unused internet bandwidth. You're basically turning your residential internet address over to the Pawns app into a node for the Pawns VPN network, and then Pawns VPN clients can then use your address to access things like Netflix in other countries and watching sports channels that aren't available in their area. I've mentioned using certain VPN companies to protect yourself on this channel before, and the Pawns network vets their customers to make sure they are not up to no good. There's also a few other ways to make money other than renting out your internet bandwidth. You can also take a bunch of surveys, and you can also play video games getting up to certain levels. Just install the Pawns.app application, create an account, and you can instantly start sharing your unused internet connection. The money goes straight into your account. Once you reach $5, you can request a payout. The Pawns app has over 2 million members, making it one of the most popular sites for this out there. You can download the app for free, link in the description below, and make sure you go and support companies and brands that support our morals and this channel. Number 2 for the spectacular downfall of pride. Pepsi Comcast, Anheuser-Busch, Nissan, Citibank, Bud Light, we know why. And a few others are taking back their sponsorship money for major Pride events. Of course, the events and the people that run them and go to them are blaming Trump and his anti-DEI policies, but you and I know none of that's true. Because when you look into it, the brands aren't taking all of their money out. They're only taking it out of certain cities. And guess where those cities are? Major blue cities like Seattle, San Francisco, New York, where most of the debauchery is happening. Remember the people pissing on each other at Seattle Pride video? Yeah, we're seeing the effects of that. Anheuser-Busch is not sponsoring San Francisco Pride or Pride St. Louis this year. Bud Light distributor Adams Beverages is returning as a sponsor for Charlotte Pride, North Carolina. A little bit more of a purple state. I think North Carolina is like purple, but you know. From Gays Against Groomers, corporate backing for LGBTQ, Pride events is shrinking fast. New York City lost a quarter of its sponsorships, leaving a $750,000 gap. San Francisco, a $200,000 gap. Columbus, $125,000. And Idaho's largest Pride celebration, Boise, $400,000. Blaming Trump and his administration is the easy way out, not taking any accountability for your community or your demographic, which we know are these people's favorite thing to do because they're lazy. Play the victim, blame someone else. We've seen this over and over again. They do it with being black, gay, trans, illegal immigrants. And these activists have learned absolutely nothing over the last 4 years because they are doubling down worse than ever before. I know we just spoke about Lily Miss Genevino in last week's video, link below if you haven't seen that, but there's an update to the story. Lily is known for posing as a trans woman, going into expensive restaurants and making videos out of Lily being misgendered by, most of the time, waitstaff that English is their second language. Lily's new thing is going into Disney bathrooms, women's bathrooms, and rating them based on his experiences, which isn't illegal to do in Disney. I've talked about that on my TikTok. But it is illegal to take photos of people inside. And Lily is allegedly being sued by one of these women.
Boom. There I am. I personally am going to try to seek legal advice. I don't know what else was taken without my permission. I should be able to just, do what I need to do and feel safe doing so.
I'm not sure if this is true, but it obviously, the video did garner a lot of attention for a good reason, because this is not okay. Also, I can't be the only one who sees Lily taking pictures in bathrooms, like the complete opposite way of like a woman taking a picture of themselves in a bathroom. Like when you're out with your friends at the club, you take a picture of yourself. Lily is not doing the same thing. Lily is doing this to show dominance. The same reason he peed standing up in this video. Marking off your territory, eh, bitch? Here's Lily's response to all of this, and I'll explain why it matters so much.
And if truly that happened, right? If truly they wanted to say it was against the rules for you to take bathroom selfies, that will ultimately be a good thing. You sent, not like that I'm happy to be in trouble that way.
Starting out strong with the gaslighting. Same shit happened with all the illegal immigrants in COVID, right? No, it's not happening, it's not happening, turn away. Just kidding, it is happening, but like, it's actually a good thing that it's happening. Gaslighting 101.
This is what it is being an advocate. My goal in taking those pictures was to normalize trans women using the women's room. That kind of thing doesn't happen without friction. Florida, as a state, wants to make a stink about it. They certainly are welcome to. Ultimately, they'll have to know that if they do that, that will do nothing but draw more attention to the issue.
This is a mindset that has pushed all of us backwards. You drawing more attention to this is pushing actual transsexual people's lives back. Before, the majority of them would go in if they knew they passed, and if they didn't pass, they would find out real quickly that they didn't. And certainly would not draw more attention to themselves by taking photos, peeing, standing up. This is what I mean when I say these activist types are doubling down. They think they're in the right. No pun. Hold on, this just in. We got the video. We have footage of these activists, I can't even say this without laughing, gearing up and training to fight the bigots, to fight the commonsensical people. Just kidding. I don't know if that's what actually they're doing. Like, I just found this video and somebody made a joke about that. It could be, but either way, it's a funny clip. But my question to them is this the sort of thing you're fighting for? Because this is very much what a lot of Pride events have become. And I can't imagine why the majority of society is not okay with this, including the number 3 reason why Pride is making a spectacular downfall: illegal immigration. This was posted recently from a member of the UK Parliament. It's bizarre. While numerous public events in Germany are being canceled because authorities can no longer guarantee citizens' safety after countless Islamist attacks by migrants. The EU is planning to protect a pride event in Hungary. A lot of people are afraid to go to these pride parades, myself included. A, if we're considered right-leaning, and B, even if we are on the left, a lot of people in these bigger, bluer cities are not a fan of the gays. The queers have not only completely forgot that pride is literally about being homosexual or transsexual, they also forgot that many of these illegal immigrants are not a fan of the gays. Most of these countries that these people are immigrating from either do not allow gay marriage, and if they do, it's actually advised that you don't go out and be all PDAing in public. And don't forget about the Queers of Palestine. So how do we fix this all? We need to distance ourselves from the ideology, which many of us have been doing over the years. Myself, I feel like I was on the forefront of that, as I am with a lot of things. And I think the idea of creating a new day, not a whole month, just one day, for us to celebrate and show that we are indeed different than these types. One TikToker sent me her idea, and I think it's fantastic.
So there is a new gay community and a new gay celebration day. For those of you out there that are really sick and tired of how the alphabet mafia, the LGBTQIA plus whatever, how many other letters there are, community has been treating the situation, we're coming up with a day of our own. We are going to be sporting an upside down rainbow. Our upside down rainbow is in protest against the community that has run rampant in this country, destroyed everything we've worked for. So we will be ditching Pride Month, and we will be celebrating on the 5th of July, putting the 4th of July first, and then our separation on the 5th to celebrate leaving that community and starting our own. There is no pride anymore. There is normal people living normal lives and being patriotic and being a part of America, not trying to control it.
So celebrate Alliance Day with us normal gays, July 5th, because America comes first, and be with us in distancing ourselves from the crazy queers. Normal gays versus crazy queers. Most people are with us. Keep letting people know that the majority of actual LGBT people, the OGs, are not pro-transing kids or indoctrinating kids. We don't think it's okay to go no contact with your family. And that we as homosexuals have a lot more in common with straight people these days than the T, or like the fake T anyway. Listen to this poll. Gay people have more in common with straight people. This survey was published recently, just last week, by the Pew Research Center. About half of gay and lesbian adults said they have a great deal or fair amount in common with bisexual people, 50%, and straight people, 51%, compared to only 28% who said they have a lot in common with trans people. Like I said, this is the new trans, not actual transsexuals. The new queers are basically the people that we're distancing ourselves from. So it all makes sense. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know if you are excited for Alliance Day. I love the idea. July 5th. It'll be my second favorite holiday after July 4th. It's always been my favorite holiday even before I left the left. I just always loved July 4th. I love the fireworks, the pool, the barbecue, the hot weather. My birthday was, was always in 2 weeks. It was always coming up. Make sure you go and check out the Pawns app. Support brands that support our morals and this channel. And other than that, I'll see you guys back here in a few days with a brand new video. Until then, love you, love yourselves, keep calling out the bullshit. All right, bitch. Bye.